Hello. Let me turn this down. It's just background music, not copyrighted. Hello. Welcome in. I wish it told me who is coming. Oh, there we go. Hey, Jay Sweet. How are you? I just got home last night from my dad's. I drove 12 hours to get home. Oh, it's such a long drive when you're driving by yourself. Welcome in, you guys. So I loaded this show and I have quite a few of my handmade items, like my Halloween stuff. Hello, Maro. How are you? Deb's Finds. Hello. How are you guys? If you bought from me last Wednesday, I did have permission, you guys, just so you guys know, to hold those boxes over because I was out of town. Those boxes are here. So if you want to take advantage of the combined shipping, I held them on purpose so that you could. So I did the midweek market on last Wednesday. Hey, Kimmy. And I didn't get through a lot of stuff. So I do have some of those items. Make sure you guys go in and check out my auction items. I also have items in my bin. Hello, how are you? Including a bunch of my Halloween stuff, which I did a bunch of that while I was at my dad's. I know. I took my crafting supplies with me. My dad's all, well, no wonder you brought the truck. So funny. I did bring back a clock that was my mom's. It's so beautiful. I did bring that back for myself because I remember it as a kid. And I think it still works. And I have the little skeleton key to it. Oh, I'm so glad, Kim. Thank you so much for letting me know. That's awesome. Yay. I'm so glad. I love it when you guys love my handmade items because, you can't get those anywhere except from me, right? Yeah, you certainly can't go to Hobby Lobby and get them. No diss on Hobby Lobby because I have Hobby Lobby in my house, but I just love I would make Halloween all year long. If I have enough, hi Dee Dee, if I have enough supplies to do it, I will. In fact, I'm expecting a foam. I use clay foam a lot. I'm expecting that delivery today. So, which reminds me, I have to order bubble wrap. I'm drinking my coffee, of course. So let me know if you guys have any requests. I number all my items, so you can throw the number in the chat. Oh, you guys, I spent 7 days at my dad's sleeping on the couch. I am like getting too old for that. I'm getting too old for that kind of a sleepover. You know what I mean? But I don't like to stay in the bedrooms. I'm so weird. Yeah, I just don't like it. That house, I'm telling you. So maybe I will get started then. Let's see here. I don't think I have any pre-bids. Nope. Okay, you guys, this is seriously one of my favorites. I made this one last week at my dad's. So this is hand painted. Look how cute. I did the hat like that on purpose, which was so fun to do. The cheeks glow under black light. How cute is that? I even made the little bow. Look at this little bow tie. Isn't he adorable? So it's a little kitty cat. So the retro, like 1940s, 30s, 40s Halloween is super popular. I will sign this. The bottom part, I know, right? Teal and orange together are so good. If you look at some pictures of like 30s, 40s Halloween, teal is a color that's in there. Just so you guys know, the bottom is made of foam. This is a foam pumpkin, and I did the painting, the stripes, everything. There is one little, but I bought it like that. Didn't think that was any big deal. Um, yeah, so his top, his head is made out of clay foam. And then so is his collar and his little bow tie. Like, how cute is he, right? I love him. I know those colors. And he is sealed. I seal him with a what is it called? It's a flat, almost like it's like a lacquer, but it's flat. So you can't. Hi, Andy, how are you? But how cute did he turn out? So I'm gonna run him starting at 20, and he is running. I know, I thought he was adorable. He's actually one of my favorites. Did you guys see the moon dude that I had last week? ISO, hello, how are you? The moon dude was so cute, and I'm sold out of those. I made probably 5 or 6. I made 6 of them, I think, and they're all gone. Thanks for looking at him. He is seriously one of my favorites. All right. All right, this next one is going to be another one of my handmade ones. Now, this one, I'm going to add a base to the bottom of him, which is just a wood base that will be black, just so he'll sit up straight. But I made him, he's entirely made of like a clay foam. You'll see right here, I even highlighted him in that, almost that teal color. But how cute is he? Cute little ghost. I believe his measurements are in there. So he's made by me, head to bottom, hand painted. I'm going to run him starting at 22, and he is running. Let me know if you guys have any requests. I know, I love him. He's so adorable. I don't, oh, there's the countdown. I'm like, I don't hear the countdown. Oh, there it is. I hear it now. Thanks for looking at him. I did sell a bunch of my handmade last week when I was at my dad's. So that was really fun. That was, then I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get making some more. Always got to be making more. All right. Here's another one of my upcycles. Where did I put it? Here it is. You guys, this frame is extremely old. It actually sits in this little cradle that's wood. It does have marks on it, as you can see. I added the pictures. You could take it out and change the photos if you wanted to. My measurements should be in there. I'm going to start that at 9. Don't forget, you guys, I do combined shipping. If I'm ever off on the shipping, which rarely happens, like 98% of the time, I actually underdo it to your advantage. Thanks for looking at that. Let me know if you guys have any requests. How's the weather where you guys are at? Oh, so I'm in northern Arizona near Prescott. You guys, I still have my air conditioning on. Like, what the heck? It's supposed to be 90 degrees today. Hey, Santa girl, how are you? So I missed some big rainstorms while I was gone. When I went to my dad's, no rain. When I left, he said the lightning, thunder, and everything came right after. So perfect timing, right? All right, let's see here. Which one do I have up there? Hold on just a second. Oh, yeah. Okay. Gosh, you guys, I pinned it and then I couldn't remember what I put up there. Crazy, right? All right. So this is another one that I made. Look how cute this is. So you take one of those old muffin tins. I actually dry brushed it, added all the pumpkins, but I made the pumpkins look old. Have my little, how cute is this for a little harvest decor with the owl? Let that just sit on your counter. That I'm going to start at 11. And I did make its little tag too. Little pumpkin patch. And that is ready. Oh gosh, you guys, can you believe it's gonna be Halloween before we know it. Hey Sherry, how are you? So I'm in the have a couple trains I'm in, you guys. Oh, thank you. I'm going to be in the 90 days till Christmas train on Friday. That'll be at 11:30 my time, Arizona time. So I'm on 2:30 Eastern time. And then next Monday, I'm in the Craftapalooza 2. Both those shows are loaded with the exception of a few items I'm going to add in. Just so you know, I think the Christmas show is an hour long, so I do need to add some more items, and hopefully some of my more of my upcycled too. Good. All right, we are going to move this to stage, and that is, where is that? Oh, here it is. Duh. All right, guys, very mid-century, but look at the brass. Hey, Emily, how are you? The brass with the butterfly and the wood. Isn't that great? If somebody loves like mid-century, oh, it's so good. Or dark and moody. This would go with like dark academia, which, by the way, you guys know it's academia, not academia, right? Do you guys ever, okay, so that is running starting at 12. Do you guys ever hear somebody say it that way and it drives you nuts? I'm just going to let that go. All right, thanks for checking that out. All right, let's do this cute little picture. You guys know I love to add these retro style pictures to these amazing old frames. So this is one of, hey Teresa, how are you? Look how adorable that is. I love this one. I don't know, did I put the measurements in there? Here, let me just double check this one real quick. It's so good to be back home, you guys. I didn't want to go out to California, but I needed to. You know what I mean? Like before, I won't be out there for the holidays, so I needed to go, before we have crappy weather here in northern Arizona. And then, just I had to go see my dad. I needed to. It's what we do, right? 4 inches wide by about 5.5 tall. I love these little guys. So I did add the picture in there, and that is running starting at 8. Let me know if you guys have any requests. Hey, I have a question. I'm going to take a poll. Besides vintage items and like upcycled items, what are some things? I'm going to add something into what I sell. I'm just not sure what it's going to be yet. Here's what's funny. I thought about, well, I don't know if that's okay or not. I have to ask. I don't remember. I know you can do makeup and stuff on here. Then I thought about hair products, just, goes natural with that, right? Then I thought about women's clothing. That's how I started selling. I was in clothing before I ever was in vintage. So gosh, it's been a good 13 years I've been selling online. So and then 2.5, doing live auctions. So I'm like, I don't know. I used to sell vintage clothing, like men's t-shirts, all kinds of stuff. But then I'm like, are there that many men on here? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I could try it and find out. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's your opinion? All right, let me know if you guys have any requests. All right, this girl, if you look in my pictures and go to the very last one, it shows you what she looked like, this witch. Hey, Pam, how are you? How the witch looked before I got a hold of her. Here she is. So I did not attach her hat for shipping reasons, but I did do her hat and added her spider. Welcome in. Added her, she didn't have eyelids like that. Those are done out of clay. Clearly, she did not have a beauty mark, red, and no scorpion on her. But if you look at the last picture, it shows you what she looked like before. So, Bambids, hello. Moose Mom, hi. So, anyways, just for shipping reasons, I didn't attach her hat. So I'm going to run her, starting at 18. I even did her eyebrows. How about that? Her blush. She was Elsa from Disney, but not, I know, right? And her eyes were not that color. She's great, right? Thanks for looking at her. All right. I know the eyes were awesome. All right, you guys. Let's do this one. Oh, these are so fun to make. I've made these in cats, and I will do some more in cats. But these are so fun. I need to do a couple more in kitty cats, but here's my ghost. So I did make this from top to bottom, including painting the hat. But how retro great is this one? What do you guys think? It is sealed with that same lacquer that I told you guys about. If you ever need to know what it is, I can always get that name for you. You guys just send me a message. So I'm going to run this one starting at 20, and that one is running. I know, isn't he cute? What do you guys think? Oh, his cheeks glow. They glow under black light. Just FYI. Let me know if you guys have any requests. Thanks for looking at him. Those are really fun. All right, we're gonna run the kitty cat. So this is a paperweight. No chips or cracks. Not signed, but how cute is that with the little kitty cat with the fish on the inside? I'm going to run that starting at 10, and that is running. What's everybody doing today? Are you guys at work? Working, yeah. I used to joke with my husband. He would say, oh my gosh, like you do shows during the day. I mean, nobody comes to those, right? I mean, isn't everybody working? And I would laugh, and I'm like, do you think anybody in your office is listening to you? I'm like, they've got their earbuds in because they're listening to me. Hey, Bayberry, how are you? So funny. I'm like, they're not listening to you. All right, this one is cute too. I love this one. So I made this one when I was at my dad's. So my mom, you guys, had these mugs. So you guys know my mom passed away a couple years ago. So My dad's like, take whatever you want. Like, how cute are these? They're perfect for this cute little kitschy little sundae, even with the cherry on top. What do you guys think? She is sealed, handmade by me. I did take the other mugs, so I am going to make more. But how adorable, right? And hand painted. And she is a running for 16. They're so fun. Have you guys, thanks Teresa. Have you guys been down the aisle at oh my gosh, Hobby Lobby and seen all of the like it looks like Candyland. It's crazy. Apparently that's going to be a little bit of a trend. Thank you. All right. How about this beautiful mirror? So this mirror it does have my handprints on it. Sorry, I should have cleaned that. But I just traveled with this. This is a sample. Turner is the name. It's called Turner Wall Accessories. Definitely old. Look at the stickers on the back. Hey, Willow, how are you? This says Turner Mirror. This is store only sample. I could not find this particular shape online, but I did find it in other shapes. This would be great for somebody who has like that dark and moody, dark academia. I'm doing good. I was telling everybody I drove home from my dad's 12 hours yesterday. Oh, I just got home last night. And then you guys know what the fun is. Got to do all your wash and unload everything. Crazy. So look at this mirror. Isn't this beautiful? It is like a burwood. And it's numbered. It says 0184 on the back, TMC. But isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to run that starting at 25, which is actually a really good deal for these mirrors. You guys can look around and see my living room. I've got my background music on. Thanks for looking at that. Let me know. Please check out my bin too, you guys. I've got a bunch of stuff in there too. All right. This is another. Oh my gosh, I'm already on number 12. Wow. Hey, midlife, how are you? So this is one of my my little creations. There's many like people that inspire. So not always. I try to take things from different people and my imagination and kind of go from there. But look at him. He's like an ice cream ghost melting. So see the sprinkles? Those are even fake. Those are made out of clay. He's made out of clay foam. And then here's his little, I even found that on the internet and printed it out and put it on there. He's kind of mad that he has a spoon in his head. But I'm going to run him starting at 14. And he is running. So I've sold several of these. So each time, hey Wanda, each time they are unique because they're handmade. So no two are alike. Hey, I know. I'll be on again later today. It might be sooner. It might be sooner. Speaking of Wanda, here is one thing. Wanda gave me some of these cute little pumpkins she made last year. And then I told her, I'm going to steal that idea. So I did. So here's one of them. So they're made out of those old, thread spool thingies. And then you make your little pumpkin. So made by me. And that is running starting at 8. Let me know if you guys have any requests. I know, right? So I had an old doily that had some stains on it. So I cut it up and then I stained it further by putting it in like espresso and then, grunging it up. Thanks for looking at that. Let me know if you guys have any requests. All right, we're going to move this one to stage. This one right here. Okay, so this one is hand done by me. I made this out of plaster. It does glow, so it glows in the under a black light. Hand painted. These are set in here, so you could move them. But I love these. I actually found some more of these when I was in California. I'm so happy because I could not find them anywhere. So made by me, and that is running starting at 16. Wanda, I love the snowman you made. It's so cute. These, you won't believe it, Dollar Tree. Can you believe that? And I tried to get, so my daughter Sam, I told her when she's in the valley, see if she could find them. And she couldn't. So I found some in California. I was super happy about that because they're adorable. So you could tell why they're hard to find. They're so cute. All right. I should make a couple more of they're so cute. I love those. Do you remember me saying I was going to get that 40 pounds of jewelry? That person totally flaked, which I'm not even going to say that anymore until I actually have it in my hands, I know. I would have totally lauded that stuff up and sold it in big lots. I know. Hey, Julie. So this is Mexican pottery. Says it on the bottom. Look how pretty that is. Love those bright colors. No chips or cracks. I'm going to run that starting at 8. Yeah, no, it was a guy. But maybe more like Carl instead of Carol. Thanks for looking at that. Julie, you must be at work. She is for sure she can't hear us. She's just watching. All right. Look how pretty this is. Made in England. You guys know I can't resist. I just can't resist an old tin. Look at that patina on that. It even turns. Let me open it for you. It's got some marks, patina, rust, some dents. It's perfect. I'm going to run this starting at 8. And that is a running. I know, I love this. So don't forget, Friday, I'm going to be on the 90 Days Till Christmas raid train. Then Monday is the Craftapalooza 2. I'm also in that one. Both those shows are loaded with the exception of some other things. Okay, you leaving? Okay, Wanda. I'll send you a message in case I go on earlier. I'm not sure. So, yeah. Okay. Thanks for coming in. All right. Let's run this one. So this is Lefton. This is Lefton marked 5203 Japan. It still has its sticker on the bottom. Look how pretty that is. It looks hand painted. The measurements should be in there. It's about 6 inches tall. No chips or cracks. That is running. FC, hello. welcome in. Thanks for looking at that one. I told my dad, in case you guys didn't know, he's an amazing woodworker. So I told him he needs to make more pens and do some sequoia ones. He turns pens, all kinds of stuff. All right. Let's keep going. All right, this is so darn cute, you guys. So it's in this little tiny box. So my dad was gifted some sequoia because sequoia trees are protected. So, but it was on native land and gifted to my dad from some Native Americans, and he's allowed to make the pens. Otherwise, like, you can't just go and make stuff out of sequoia. They're a protected tree. So that's pretty amazing. And most of the sequoia is like hundreds of years old. You guys, look how adorable this is. This is a vintage souvenir. Have you guys ever seen these, the little shadow boxes? Look these up on the Bay. It's kind of crazy. I didn't know what it was until I looked it up. Hey, Cheryl's. I'm going to run that starting at 6, and it has its original box. And that is running. I know I can't wait for the Christmas train and a Craftapalooza, which I think did really well the last time. So this is the Craftapalooza 2 is on Monday. Make sure that you're following me and follow all the sellers. Everybody always has amazing stuff. If you love to make crafts, you definitely need to be in that train. I think everybody gives really good deals too. Okay, if you don't like creepy dolls, close your eyes. But here's one that I made. There she is. Look at those eyes. They like see right through you. She has a cloth body, so she does sit. But how great is she? I know, right? I'm going to run her starting at 18, and she is running. When I make my creepy dolls, I keep them in the garage at night. I'm like, I actually have a bunch to do, but I don't want to do a bunch until I sell the few that I have, you know? I usually sell out of them every year. All right. Here is the cat. Oops. I forgot to move it to stage. There we go. Here's a kitty cat that I made while I was at my dad's. Oh, it turned out pretty cute. Look at this one. So this is glass, but this is not, it's not Fire King. Just so you know, handmade by me, hand painted. The cheeks glow under a black light. He's made of clay foam. So when I say like this one, I didn't look at anybody's work, nothing like that. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. So anyway, he sits up in this little it's like almost like an ice cream. Oh my gosh, you guys, like an ice cream cup. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna run that starting at 18. Definitely the old colors, the retro 1930s, 40s. I love those colors. Thanks for looking at that. All right. What number are we on? Let me know if you guys have any requests. We're almost done. Pretty soon. All right, this trinket box. I think it had a made in Taiwan, but look how old that felt, or it's like a velour on the bottom. Oh, and it has it on the lid too. So I feel like it's made of some sort of resin. It does have that, see that little split right there? But you really can't see it from the front. And we're going to run that starting at 7, and that is running. Let me know if you guys have any requests. Make sure you check out my bin. I've got lots of items in there. There's over 100. Thanks for looking at that. All right, here's one of my, I've made several of these little boo dudes, I call them. So I hand paint them, make the little tags for them, and add everything, even add the little handle. I'm going to run him starting at 6, and he is running. Hey, Alexa, how are you? All right, thanks for checking him out. Okay. How many more items do we have? Let's see here. Oh, let's do the star. So this is, where did I put this? Uh-oh, I didn't set it up here. 1 second. Hold freeze. So this star is brass that holds your taper candle. It does have, welcome in. It does have some patina on it and marks. You can see that right there. I'm going to start that at 8, and that is a running. Anybody have any great plans for the weekend? I think we're gonna maybe go for a ride on our side by side. I think that's what's happening. Oh my gosh, did I not set this over here either? Oh my goodness. It's like I'm a rookie or something. All right, let's run this. So this is a vintage apron. This would be great for Christmas. Hey, Elizabeth. Got little rickrack pockets and around the top in really a good condition. It's a half one. I'm a medium, so it definitely fits around me. I'm going to run that starting at 7, and that is a running. Let me know if you guys have any requests. Thanks for hanging out with me. It's been a minute because I was at my dad's. All right. So this is one of my upcycles, hand painted. And then I did add that on the inside, the picture in there. This is done with a milk paint, so it's got a little bit of crackling and a little bit of chippiness. Nothing too crazy. We are going to run that. And that is a running. The measurements are in there. Like the 7 swans of swimming. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's do this. This is a paperweight. It is not signed on the bottom. Pretty smooth, but look how pretty that is. I'm going to start that at 8, and that is a running. I know, I wish it were signed. It is not. Well, let me know if you guys have any requests. We're almost done. Gosh, I go so quick. All right, this is an upcycle of mine. I added the picture in there. I love these oval frames. I don't know about you guys, but this can hang and it does have the easel on the back. So I added in the owl picture. I just love the detail on this frame. It's got a few little marks, but nothing crazy. I'm going to run that starting at 10, and that is running. All right. Thank you for looking at that. Okay, let's see. Let's run this one. So this, look at the vintage frame, but I added the little picture. It does say made in Korea on the back. I didn't take the sticker off. Normally I would. But since it said made in Korea, I decided to leave it. It is pewter. I'm going to run that starting at $8, and that is running. You could take that photo out if you wanted a different one in there. All right. Let's see here. What else do we have? Do you guys have any requests? Okay, I'm going to do the jewelry box. I think I have only like 5 more items, maybe 6. The vintage jewelry box does have some marks on it. There is the marking on the back. So it's made by. It has that like clam closure. Look at the stars, very mid-century. Definitely some marks on the bottom. But yeah, isn't that great? I love it. And that is running starting at 7. Let me know if you guys have any requests, any questions. All right. Thanks. Okay, let's see here. What is next? Oh, let's do this one. So these are 45s. It's called musical multiplication tables. Look at that vintage box. It's got the little cards in here. It still has its original paperwork. Look how cute. Everything in here. And it has the records. The records are in here. See the little 45s. Isn't that great? 1956, you guys. 1956. That is a running. Oops. I think I have to move this back. There we go. And that is running. Starting at $8. All right. Let's see. Where's my other one? Here it is. All right. So I'll run one of my pumpkins. That's probably it for me. Let me know if you guys have any requests. So my husband bought me a 2x4 and I had him cut them for me. And then I painted them, did the decoupage on them, stamped them, and made that. I even made these guys up here on the top. It's a standalone wood pumpkin. I'm going to run that starting at 11. And that is a running. Let me know, you guys. Does anybody have any requests before I wrap up? Thanks for looking at that. I should do this one. I'll do this glass one, and then I think that's all my items. Was this one. So this is a vintage Wheaton bottle. how pretty that is. That like ruby red color. This would be great for Christmas. I'm going to run that starting at 8. The measurements should be in there. And that is running. Don't forget, you guys, I am on the 90 days till Christmas train on Friday. Then Monday, I'm on the Craftapalooza 2. Both those shows are almost all loaded, but go in, get your pre-bids in. Everybody brings amazing stuff to those trains. So much fun. Then I'm going to be filling in for Fabric and Treasures Julie on the Good Morning Knickknacks next Wednesday. Then I'll be on next Wednesday again for the midweek market in the afternoon. So make sure you join me for all those. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys, and checking out my items. I appreciate you. So let's go see who we could raid. Let's see here. Thanks, you guys, so much. Let's go see. Gosh, we have a lot of jewelry people on. Lots of critters. Let's go see Jody Jam Jams. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. What the fuck?